When we got to Dundurn Castle, we saw a lot of primary sources there, mostly in the architecture, and a few documents. And what I was hoping was that having analyzed their lives, they could sort of see the details in there. Now, I knew that they wouldn't notice everything as we were going through the castle. They'd be excited and they'd see a lot of things there. So we took photographs.
Primary sources in this room that can tell us what this room looked like in 1850 when the family lived here. Now I'm going to give you an example. You see that mirror there? Can we take mirrors off walls? Yeah, so that mirror could have been taken out of the room. Can I get you guys to come up with a couple of examples looking through the room of things that we could not take out of this room that would tell us what the room looked like? It's really hard to move a whole fireplace, right? So we know that they had the fireplace there. Now, just before I get another question, I want to talk about the handle next to the fireplace. So that handle, you would turn the handle and it would tug on a wire which would ring a bell located in the basement, and that would call for a servant. So the handle is actually an integral part of the whole layout of the home, so the servants would know what room to go to when they heard the bells.
Chandelier?
The chandelier. Now, that's a great guess. That's a great example, but can we take a chandelier off? Can we change light fixtures?
Yes.
Yeah, but do we change where the light fixture is located? No. So we know that the light fixture is there, right? Now, the really fascinating thing about the light fixtures in this home, they're not chandeliers. They're gasoliers. We know that because of the gas lines in the walls and the ceilings. This was the only home that could afford to light with the gas flame. Very expensive, very luxurious, 8 times brighter than a candle flame.
Describe the photograph that you've chosen. And then here, you're going to write down 3 things that you notice or 3 ideas that you have when you look at the photograph.
What?
Just 3 things that you might notice from that photograph. And then down here, I'd like you to try and make some connections to it. You can connect to anything you want. This is like brainstorming. So you're doing this on your own, and just write down any ideas that you connect to what you're seeing in the photograph. And down here, try to come up with 1 question. And try to come up with 1 good question, or if you can't, maybe if it's a when did this happen, let's see if you can come up with a 2nd question that comes out of that. All right, so I'll hand these out first. You're going to work on this individually for maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to sharing with your elbow partner in a minute. All right? Oh yeah, I have a question. Does this tell you anything about life in the 1800s? Were you surprised by this at all?
Kind of, because like she has a lot of pictures and some of the stuff that we would have like in this time of year.
Well, so it was much more modern than you expected.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I didn't just see like that kind of modern. I thought it would be like more rustic, but that's just me.
So it looks, in what way is it not rustic? What are you talking about? Can you be
I don't
specific?
know, it just seems like more fancy than normal homes. Because
Yeah.
it has stuff like in this here, not like in that room. So it just surprised me a lot.
Okay, and is this a fancier home than a normal home?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's a castle, so. You guys notice about this?
So it's like luxurious and fancy. It has lots of rich culture and lots of design.
Yeah?
And it's like a family gathering type and like a modern for the age. And we thought it was like unique and royal.
Okay, so very unique. Well, okay, good. What were your connections?
The purpose of chaise long chair on the side is still in use today in modern times.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of the room is just like to have conversations and like talk to people.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
very modern in their time.
It's very modern. Yeah? Okay, any other thoughts? You were telling me something about this room.
It didn't really look old.
It doesn't look old to you?
The only thing that's old that really looks old from the start is the basement.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I could.
Yeah, so the rest of it looks, does it look like the kind of thing you'd have today?
Well, I'm pretty
That
sure.
would be my modern.
I'm pretty sure the curtains were similar to the box.
Okay. You think the curtains were similar?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because like it was like a rich family, rich
Oh.
tree. So.
Yeah.